Hey, this is David McElroy for Your Texas Home, where you can make a home your house. And how do you do that? You do it with the right strategies. We talked to countless buyers that tried to buy over the last 5 years, particularly over the last 3 years up until recently. And interest rates have now gone from 3 up to high 6s, low 7s. And so they're waiting for them to come down to 3. The purpose of this is not to talk about whether they can or not, but I've asked them this. So interest rates are at 3, why didn't you buy? Well, because there wasn't enough inventory. Well, what does that mean? That means you got outcompeted by 20 offers on the same house. Well, we're no longer getting 20 offers on the same house, but we are getting 1 or 2 in a relatively short amount of time. So the question for you is, how is interest rates being higher good for me? Because I can buy now. So over the last 40 years, interest rates haven't been at 3% for most of those 40 years. In fact, when I started in this business, interest rates were 18, 19% fixed rate, and people still bought and sold houses. So the good news for you, first-time home buyer, is this is an opportunity for you to get started. So the question isn't what is the interest rate, it's what payment can I afford. So here's a rule of thumb, and as with all thumb rules, there's different size thumbs and there's different special circumstances. But if you just look at the sale price of a home and assume you paid that for the home, and you're going to either have 100% financing or a grant or some way of getting into that property with your limited cash, take the sales price times 0.95%, so a little bit less than 1%. And that'll give you a rough estimate of monthly payment. What's that made up of? Well, in Dallas, for example, taxes are about 2 3/8% of the appraised value. So let's just pretend of the purchase price. So take it times the purchase price and divide it by 12. What is homeowner's insurance in case the house would burn down or the hurricane would blow your roof off or whatever would happen? That's probably going to be about 1% of the purchase price. So 1% times the purchase price divided by 12 is going to give you an idea. What other things might affect that rate? Well, there might be mortgage insurance. Some of the programs will have mortgage insurance when you put down less than 20%. The 100% programs include that in the rate. So the question for you is not whether rates are 3 or waiting for them to be 3, because you already know last time they were at 3 you couldn't buy. So let's start building wealth for you, because the majority of wealth for people that become financially stable in the United States comes from home ownership. And there's an opportunity for you with us, our strategies, and you being willing to do the work with us for you to be a homeowner. So tell us what your monthly payment budget is. We'll show you ideas based on what type of home you want and where you want to be located. And we're going to walk you through every step of the process. We've got a first-time home buyers packet that looks like a small encyclopedia, and we will go through page at a time with each part of that over time as you need to know those things, so you'll be prepared to be an intelligent homeowner without surprises. For Your Texas Homes, this is David McElroy encouraging you to take the first step, which is what? Education. An educated mind makes the right decision. Let's help us with you build wealth for tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing you. Information below.